All right. This is King, and you're out in L.A. What kind of music do you, King? Are you rap, hip hop? What do you consider yourself?
Basically, I consider myself well around. Like, I do R&B, I do hip hop, I do some rap. You know,
Oh yeah.
basically, I kind of mix it up. I try to come up with, a concept that too many other artists can't do. You know what I'm saying? Not being, big headed about the situation. It's just I try to come up with my own types of flavors and styles. You know what I'm saying? So that's the
Excellent.
main part right there.
Excellent. That's gonna bring you success. That's what you need to do. You need to set yourself apart from the rest of the industry because to me it all sounds the same. And there's that one or two here and there that really stand out, and I'm sure you're going to. I got a couple of your songs. I listened to one of them while I was waiting for Dylan to get hooked up. Unfortunately, Dylan can't be with us, and but I think you do have a good sound, and I think you're going to go far. Now, as
Thank you.
far
Thank you
as
very much.
where you were you born in L.A., the L.A. area?
Yeah, I was born in Louisiana.
Oh,
I was born in Louisiana. Yeah, Pineville, Louisiana to be exact.
oh, wow.
Uh, and I was in foster care my whole life.
Oh my
My
gosh.
mom was raped and shot 11 times when I was young.
Oh my God.
So it was basically a forced situation to where I had to grow up, you know what I'm saying? Not
Uh huh.
originally where I was born and everything, around my real family and everything. So, that basically played a big role in my career too, you
Yeah,
know.
I'll bet it did. Gives you a lot of material to put together. Um,
Right.
so have you been interested in music all your life? Was it kind of an escape for you, or something you just got into recently? And
Um, Basically I was always kind of into music. It was just I didn't really get my big urge to really write and really get an advantage to say, oh, okay, this is what I'm gonna do when I grow up. This is what I want to be when I grow up. When I was like 9, but when I was 5 or so, I used to sing in the choir. Of course, my step parents was in church and everything.
uh
You know
huh.
what I'm saying? So I sang in the choir, I played the drums. She put me in piano lessons. I was a drum captain in my drum section when I was in high school before I did something stupid, went to jail. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I could have had a bright future, downfalls, everything. Some things that I did in the past, it kind of, had a little bit to do with that. You know what I'm saying? So all of that made me better as a person and as a man nowadays.
Uh huh. So yeah, that's what you do. You have negative circumstances come up in your life, and you just deal with it and you get over it and you change your mindset and you make better decisions and yeah. So you've done well for yourself then in LA, I imagine, huh?
Yeah, yeah. It was rough. It was rough.
Uh-huh.
You know, uh, the background, the environment basically kind of took a toll on me for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was angry about how she died. My mom died. I was angry because I didn't know why she died.
Uh-huh.
It was just a lot of things that I was going through as a person and nobody to answer those questions made me mad. So I
Oh
grew up
yeah.
kind of angry. You know what I mean? I grew up kind of angry and then I started to mellow out, anger management, a couple of times sitting down in incarceration, to kind of make you think, hey, you either going to do this your whole life or you going to take a step forward and try to better yourself or you going to repeat the cycle. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's where I was stuck at.
So how many years ago was this about, or what age were you when you were going through all this and then made that decision to change your life and start moving forward?
I was about 10 or 11.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. When I went to down my first time, I did a year and a half.
Uh-huh.
Came home, I was still doing the same stupid stuff. So I went back in for like 3 years, and
Oh my
came home.
gosh.
Yeah, and when I came home, those whole 3 years, though, that's when I developed the style of writing.
Oh, good.
Basically get everything off my chest. And then my teachers and everybody at the talent shows they had in there, it was like, when you get out, I hope you're going to follow that. So as I started to get older, you know, I tried it the first time. I had a good clout. Everybody was loving me and everything. It was like, man, don't stop. You should have did this mixtape by yourself or this and that. And then that just kept me motivated, because it just, when the fans start coming aboard, it kind of picked up my spirit. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. And
So,
what year was this? Was this
like, 2005, 2006, around that
so?
area.
So, did anything else? Were you mostly a victim of circumstances? Because I mean,
Yeah.
your mother
Most,
being
most,
shot and raped like that.
yeah.
That's yeah. Uh,
Yeah, it's more of a victim of circumstance. You know what I'm saying? It just, I
uh-huh.
didn't understand. You know what I mean? I didn't understand what was going on.
hmm Now, if you were to look forward from where you are right now to 5 years in the future, can you tell us a little bit about you know where you would like to be in 5 years?
Well, 5 years, I like to be owning something called a group home for kids. It'll be
Uh-huh.
like a mentor type program. Like, if you're having problems with your kids at home, you can bring them here. They'll stay here 72 hours. If they still not listening, they'll have a boot camp program set up to where they'll do it for 90 days.
Oh yeah.
On the stage guidance. That'll be one of my main focuses, would be upon the next
Uh-huh.
generation. You know what I'm
Excellent.
saying? That would be my main focus on that. You
Okay.
know,
Now, are you going to school to achieve this goal, or is this going to be like hey, I've
like,
been through the whole
and
school of hard knocks, and
right, yeah.
uh-huh,
That I done learned the system by going through it. You know what
uh-huh,
I'm saying? So basically, I really don't. I'll bring caseworkers that don't, all that been to school for it or whatever. But basically, that's where I want to put some of my money. Damn near majority of it. You know what I'm
uh-huh.
saying? As far as a program like that, and of course, my other big vision is a clothing line. So
Really?
yeah,
Now, are
yeah.
you going to be designing the clothing yourself, or are you going to be like the big stars that just someone
Nah, I wanna
designs clothing and gives them their name?
Nah, I want to design it myself.
Mm-hmm.
I want to experience the whole hands-on part of it, because that'll be like music is my baby, my company. Three Kings, that's my baby. That'll be another one of my, that'll be another child. You know
Oh,
what I'm
good
saying?
deal.
That you gotta raise. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. I look at my career as a baby. I gotta grow. To walk. At first, I had to learn how to crawl. You know what I'm saying? Had to learn the business. Had to learn. You have to have some patience. You know what I'm saying? Because everything don't happen overnight. You know.
Absolutely. All right. Do you have any? Do you release music regularly? Or do you just you go to shows and play, or how do you get your music out there for people to hear?
Well, right now, I've been doing a lot of radio interviews. I've been in a couple of magazines. One issue is getting ready to come out. G-Mix magazine. I'll be in that issue
Uh huh.
this month. I was
Wow.
in Takeover magazine. I performed in Austin, spring break, and I got a mixtape that's getting ready to release here in the next couple of weeks. But it's a Hello World is basically a series. It's gonna be the next 4 months is gonna be a mixtape every month. So that I've been working hard up on that campaign right there, and I'm close to being done with it, and
Good
I'm
deal.
happy with myself right now.
Fantastic. All right. Now, is there any specific message in music, like there's hope for the future or anything like that, or are you telling a story of your life and then how you've developed as a man since that all that tragedy you had earlier?
It's both. Best, little of both. I told stories of, how me and women went through it. I told stories of how me and my homeboys went through it. You know what I'm saying? How I
Uh
went
huh.
through it by myself. And then look at where I'm at now. I tell people, my character is, should be a motivation to everybody, because
Mhm.
it's not easy coming from nothing and almost, can call yourself something, but almost to where you wanted to be in life, period.
Uh-huh.
Because, like, half of the world, yeah, they dream, but half of the world don't make it because they stop dreaming at a certain age, thinking dreams don't exist and they don't come true. You
Exactly.
know what I'm saying? So they get easily discouraged, and hopefully, like, a lot of my messages, like on Hello World is basically saying that if you're looking at me, just take notes. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I'm a symbol of success. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to represent, a symbol of success. So a lot of people saying, oh, that just happened to certain people, and nowadays you got to have a lot of money. No. When I first started rapping, I didn't have a budget. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I had no budget. I had no budget whatsoever. All I had was talent.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And a good mind, and all of that developed into what it has now by me
Mm-hmm.
putting nickels and dimes here and there, here and there, here and there. And now it then all met up in the middle, and now I run a company, a full-fledged company.
Wow, that's
You know,
amazing. That's great. Now as a musician yourself, an independent musician, you're not signed with a record label?
I have back when I was 18, I
Uh-huh.
signed independent indie deal with a record label, and right now we just releasing some of the music. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
But I signed to Prophecy Records when I was 18 years old, and I had just come home from juvenile facility,
Uh-huh.
and I have like a lot of unheard hits that's getting ready to come out, and we working on some big projects on their end too. You know what I'm saying? But as far as signing any major company or any other, like, and it's just a royalty agreement, you know what I
Uh-huh.
mean, to release my music out to the public. But as far as locked contracts in with any companies, nah.
Okay. What do you think, what for you, what is most challenging as an independent musician who doesn't have any real backing financially, that you just, like you said, you're putting out the, couple dollars here, couple dollars there. What's the most challenging thing about being an independent musician?
It's all about, I got a show and tell. You know
Uh-huh.
what I'm saying? I got a lot of people let their money speak for them. I just let my lyrics speak for me. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I just got to let my talent go to work. And so far, that's all I've been doing is just letting my talent go to work. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been buying no big bottles and throwing bands in the strip club and none of that. I'm just letting my talent go to work. You know,
There you
either the
go.
world, that's the best way to put it. You know what I'm saying? Later on, if somebody want to get involved, it'll be a blessing. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it.
That's a good way to look at things. I like that. Are there any causes you support?
Right now, there's one big organization we getting ready to get involved with, and that's with Shannon's Hospital. It's called the Children's Miracle Network, and
Uh-huh.
they actually have a website. It's www.thechildrensmiraclenetwork.com, and it's basically for disabled kids. That's like this one little boy right now. He only has one eye, and he's been
Oh my
back and forth
gosh.
out of, and he's like 5, 6 years old, and he's been back and forth out of the hospital, consistently. Like every time he'll go to hospital, I'll know because it comes to my Facebook page. And my fiance's mom works there,
Oh
and that's
wow.
how. Yeah, so that's how I'm getting my opportunity to get involved with this charity, this organization. You can donate money and everything, but when I go in there, sometimes I'll have a teddy bear with me, a teddy bear and the song will make a kid smile any day.
Mm, excellent.
So that's why I try not to be like the image I try to put out and betray. Like, yeah, I had some street ways and street mentalities and the street stories. Yeah, I'm gonna tell them, but for the most part, my whole character will match up. Like most of my songs will not have too much cussing in it.
Uh-huh.
You know, and
Excellent,
because
because I hate that.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like I don't really condone in hearing the B word every 2 bars or
Right.
F you every 2 sentences. You know what I'm saying? I
Uh-huh.
don't I don't really care to hear that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's what I liked about your music, is I didn't hear a whole lot of that. And
Right.
I mean, there's some of them I could name them, but I'm not going to. But it's just MF
Right.
this and be that and
Yeah.
so So let's go back. We've listened to the interview. I want you to go. I want to leave everybody with the information of where they can find your music, where they can buy it, where they can contribute to the Shriners Hospital charity, and all. Where can they do all this stuff?
Okay. You can go to www.shannon, that's SHANNON, hospital, spelled hospital.com. And on there, you're going to research, and it's going to say Children's Miracle Network. And it's going to have a spot where it says donations. You can easily go there and donate $5, $10, here or there.
Okay.
And that will be going towards medicine for the kids, or if they want to go to a sporting event, because some of them have cancer, on time limits. Doctor says such and such, so they try to make every day that they got left their last day, they try to make sure that they have a wonderful life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If God calls them home for that purpose, you know what I mean? You can go there and donate to this charity organization. And you can find my music on www.mediacombat.com. The Three Kings ENT website is under construction right now for big purposes. But when it is up and running, Media Combat, it will be a press release about it. Hello World Volume 1 is getting ready to come out here in the next couple of weeks.
Wow, and fantastic.
And I'm very excited about that. That's a big accomplishment.
All right.
And they can follow me on Twitter at Kyng100, you know what I'm saying, on Twitter.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, this has been a very informative interview. I think you're an up-and-coming star with your music. I think you've got a really good attitude towards your life, and I think you've got a really good message of hope and giving to others with your Shriners Hospital involvement. So I think you've taken a life that a lot of people couldn't do much with and made something out of it. And I commend you on that. That's excellent.
Thank you very much.
All right. You have a good day. It's been great talking to you.
You too, sir. Anytime.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.